Hello everyone and welcome back to Charwell, the farming agency. Now, last time we got the alfalfa all turned to hay, so today's job is to get it all rode up. Now, my steering wheel sensitivity is off, so while that unfolds I'll go and fix that. Okay, that's better. Right, so we may as well start here. There's no reason to go any further. And you can see I've brought the baler up already and the loading wagon. So we're going to get everything baled in one shot. That's the plan. We do have a bit of grass hay that's been mixed in, but it shouldn't be a big problem because it's going into the baler. If it was going into the loading wagon, then it would cause issues, but in the baler it should be okay. So yeah, we're just going to get through this field. Now, I'm not sure if alfalfa regrows, so I'm just going to leave these fields for now. There's no reason to do anything with them just yet, especially because I've decided I will put the precision farming DLC on, but not yet. There's a reason for that, I'll explain in a minute. I just need to use some super strength for a moment to move this. May as well put that on as well, because he's right in the way. There we go. Yes, so Precision Farming DLC did come out this week. I have tried it. I think it's very cool. But it resets all your fertilizer states. So I will not be adding it until winter, when we've harvested. I think we've only got one field that's going to go into next year, possibly 0 fields. So yeah, I'm going to add it in the winter. That will be, or once we've got the crops harvested, basically. Because if I do it now, we lose all the fertilizer stages. I have to run around taking soil samples. I did this on a save game that I don't record, and it took me about, I think it took me about 2 hours to get the soil samples done, and those fields were a mix. I think a field this size took me about 10 to 15 minutes, and a field the size of 48, which you can see on the minimap below us, took about 45 minutes in total. So it's a long job to get the soil sampling done, and you have to do that before you can put down your fertilizer application. I think it's going to be worth waiting a little bit. Right, so we've got one headland done. I'm going to do 2 headlands, then collect everything up. That is going to be best, I think. So yeah, do 2 headlands, bale those, get them out of the way, and then do the rest of the field. So we'll just get this headland done, and then we can start the baling. Second headland is done, so I'm just connecting up to the baler now. I think we've still got some normal hay left in here. That's quite annoying. But as we're doing 4,000 litre bales, we should be able to get rid of that quite quickly. This is going to be a big job by the looks of it. We're filling up quite quickly. Yeah, I think I might have to make the bales a little bit bigger. I can't stretch realism too much, but I could make them just a tad bigger. So, I think we could justify 6. That's not too bad. So yeah, go around, get all of this picked up. This is going to be our first alfalfa hay bale. There was a lot of background noise this morning, I'm afraid. And this is obviously the problem with baling. Baling with a round baler is a bit of a painful thing to do. We could upgrade but we'd have to sell something, and we'd have to lease the bale, I think, because we don't have enough money to buy a square baler at all. Not possible right now. I think we will upgrade the baler, but for today's job we'll just deal with it. It shouldn't be too bad because this field isn't actually that big. If the field was much bigger, we would have a problem. But we are spitting bales out nice and quickly, and that is good news. Oh, I missed that by a long way. Yes, we're going to have a good quantity of hay, and we've got quite a lot of silage, so I'm not really sure what we should do with the clover fields. I think with the clover we should either do the same as on here, one set of silage, one set of clover, of hay, or just make silage to sell it. I'm not really sure. We've got so much silage of different types sitting down at the cow yard, and field 50, which one is it? Field 63 that we did last time also has a bunch of bales still sat in there. So we've got more silage than we probably need for an entire year. In fact, we can check that now. Have a quick look. How much food do the cows need per year? 156,000. Oh yeah, we've got more than that. Amazingly, we have more than that just in silage. And I think we're going to have more than that just in alfalfa hay in a minute. Oops, wrong direction. Right, I'll get this headland picked up, baled, and we'll get it stacked, and then we can get on to the windrowing of the rest of the field. So I knew we were doing well, but I didn't know we were doing this well. The first bale we picked up, the one that you can see in there as a different shade, that is the hay bale. That is a 4,000 litre hay bale, which I think most of it was alfalfa hay. Everything else is 6,000 litre alfalfa hay, and we've got 17 of them. So we're going to get a lot of hay off this field. Maybe we're not going to need to do any hay from the grass field anymore, I don't know. But anyway, switch this guy off. And we can do the windrowing. I'm going to do this as a time lapse. Yeah, I'm going to do this as a time lapse. So we'll get that started now. And when this is all done, we'll get everything baled, collected, and moved. See you in a minute. There we go then. Fairly quick, painless job. We'll just get this last bit done, and then we'll proceed to the baling, which I think I'm going to do as a time lapse as well, but when I'm editing the video I may decide to just trim it to a jump cut. Not sure yet. It just depends on how many bales we're getting out of it, really. If there's too many bales, it's just going to be horrific to watch. So, turn that off. We will drive over these because it's more fun. Yeah, because I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be so many bales from this field it will be painful to watch. But let's see. Get hooked up first. Oops. Look at the size difference between these tractors. It's rather a stark contrast. So, drive through the bush, because why not? Switch him on, drop him down. Yeah, I think we're going to be producing bales fairly regularly at this rate. Okay, let's do a time lapse of this.
Should've known that it was obvious. Should've read between the lines. Caught the eyes of the audience. Played your game where the rules do not apply. Now I see when it's out in the light, and I'm leaving your love behind. Now I see that you're out of my life. I don't need you. Every day we had another fight. I was far too blind to realize that our love had got out of control. Should've known I was better off alone. Now I see when it's out in the light, and I'm leaving your love behind. Now I see that you're out of my life. I don't need you.
There we go then. That is the field almost completely finished. We'll have a check in a minute to see how many bales we've got, and we can work out exactly how much alfalfa hay we've collected. It would of course help if I noticed that we were full. We've also got a bit over near the entrance to the field that just appeared to be far too wide for the baler to pick up. And all of this does need to be moved before bedtime, because we're due rain overnight, I believe. So we're going to have to get it all collected. That bit in the entranceway, I'm not worried about that. That was stuff which didn't even turn properly, to be honest. So let's head back up here. You can see a couple of the spots I'm talking about. Not enough to fill a bale, but I'm fairly certain we'll be using this baler for something else again. There we go. So, switch that off. We'll just move him out of the way a little. Okay, so how many have we got? 39 bales this session. Now, one of those is 4,000 litres, so we've got 38 times 6, which is 90, 190, 228,000 litres of alfalfa hay. That's a lot. That's going to keep us going for a long time. So now we've just got to get around the field and get them all picked up. And of course drop them down at the cowshed as well. The only thing is, we're running out of room at the cowshed for storing bales, because we've been making so many of them recently. So I think I can definitely get one load in there. Whether I can get two is a different question. It's getting tricky, to be honest. But we do need to give... we need to give alfalfa. No, that's silage. Okay, hay, clover hay, or alfalfa hay comes as one. Right. So they do need a top up. But, yeah, they don't need topping up with 24 bales. So we'll grab this last one. And I think we're going to have to take the long way back, because getting out of here is going to be tricky enough anyway. Trying to make it through the twisty roads is going to be even more difficult. So, beacons on. Good. Made that turn without crashing. So that's one of our clover fields, which is pretty big, to be honest. And I should stay on the right side of the road. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do some harvesting of some arable fields soon. That would be nice, because there's been a lot of grass work recently. And that is the sunflower seed field, which is not going to be able to be fully fertilised. It's just not possible, because I left it too late. I think we can get a second application done though. I'm just keeping an eye on it to see whether it's possible or not. So yes, I'm hoping in the next game day that we'll be able to do some harvesting of the arable fields. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But here we go. This is the reason I came the long way, because it is easier to pull out of there. Oh look, the train came just at the same time. Yeah, it's easier to pull into here that way. So. And we're through. Excellent. The trailer's parked in a bit of an awkward place, I'll admit that. Now, as for the hay, okay, we do have room. Just about. But I think I'm going to have to put the hay in front of the silage. So let's just do this in outside view so I can check that I don't dump everything in the wrong place. Yeah, so we need to get something down here that we can use for handling the bales. Just a small machine of some sort. We do actually have something up at the farm that we could bring down. something that came with the farm that I've never used. So how are we doing here? We could go back, couldn't we? Right, let's start the tipping. So have to make sure we move forward, otherwise it's going to push all the way back in. There we go. Right, I'll get this guy folded up, and we'll get back over to the field and collect, hopefully, the rest of those alfalfa bales. Okay, just a couple more bales to collect then. And I'm thinking about selling these. So if we go to alfalfa hay, biogas plant will pay us 180 per 1,000 litres. That is 360, 720 per bale. No, sorry. 720, 1,080 per bale. And we have here 15 bales. So 15,000 doesn't seem like a bad price. The only thing is I won't be able to actually get them loaded into the biogas processor today, but I could go drop them up there. So I think that's a good option. Where is the biogas plant? I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but I want to double check. Yeah, up there. Okay. Yeah, so you can see here we've got a couple of fields that are dark green. There, and here as well. So they're very close to being harvestable. Right. Let's put those beacons on. And let's get ourselves up to the biogas plant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to park this guy up and we'll drop off the bales, much like we did with the silage bales before actually. Of course the hay isn't worth as much as the silage, but still worth a good amount. So yeah, we'll drop these off, and then next time, I'm getting stuck. Yeah, next time we'll be able to sell them. I'll bring the loading wagon up on the T6, and yeah, and get them all sold. Perfect. There we go. So that is the field done. We still have quite a few bales left on field 63 that I need to sort out. But they're silage bales, so we could sell them with these hay bales. I might get those collected and yeah, sell them with the hay bales. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.